Audio-based content.
Audio-based content.
An improv comedy podcast.
Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Audio-Based Content, an improv comedy podcast. I am your host, Aarons V. Felder. On this podcast, friends come over and play make-em-ups with me. This is all improvised, meaning we make it up as we go along. We structure the improvised scene based on a chosen audio format. On this episode, the talented Mick Khoury joins me as we play the inventors of the first recording device. Do not be alarmed. Your audio playback device is not malfunctioning. It is the primitive device invented by these two characters.
Oh, but I've been thinking it's kind of going. I got the spoolies on the spool machine with the magnetic tape there. Oh, shit. Last time I just happened to do the thing, and I put the thing, and it wasn't working quite right, but I think it was working.
I would say that it's probably working. It seems to be moving.
It is moving. But are these contraptions working? These contraptions we're speaking into. I've named them myself.
You've named them?
I've named
You
them.
didn't confront me first to determine a name?
No, they're the mouth sound capturing device.
Well, that's just awful.
That's awful.
That's awful.
Whatever do you mean? I think it's fantastic. It's exactly what they do. It captures your mouth sounds. And it's a device.
I don't know. We could do better than that. We could call them, like, jazzy snares. Something catchy.
Jazzy snares.
Jazzy snares.
Jazzy snares.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it's
then
a snare. It's
people
like a trap.
People will think they're only for capturing snare drums. And I'm saying they're not for capturing snare drums at all.
But what if we were to be playing a snare drum in here right now? Then would it be capturing a snare drum?
If you were playing a snare drum in here right now, sir, I would ask you to leave.
All right, you're right. I shouldn't even bring it up. It's
Never shall these devices fall in the hands of musicians.
I agree.
Never.
I agree. Never. The devil.
The
That's what I
devil
make
is
of
in
that.
music.
That's right.
We
Dear
will-
God.
These are for capturing humanity.
Yes. Yes. It's honorable. It's the soul, the human soul.
That's correct.
Wow.
Well, just the part you hear.
What?
Just the part of the soul you hear.
Oh,
Dear boy.
Right.
Come on.
that's right. How could I be so silly?
Ugh.
Old man.
How will we know? We're going to have to invent a device that plays the tape back to us. It's not good enough to have it recorded.
I
We're going to
guess.
need some way to. How do we
Right,
even
right.
know
Well,
it's
what is the-
recorded?
What's the? I don't know.
We're going to have. We won't
Well,
even know if this
We're
works.
just playing it by. We're playing it by ear. Oh.
in
Oh.
mouth.
And mouth too.
Well-
I guess we're more playing it by
yours
mouth.
made
not-
more sense. It was actually a pun.
Mine was a pun, but
Mine
yours
just
is
was-
more logical.
No, I was trying to ride your coattails.
That's to be honest, that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm just a young boy. That's riding the
Oh,
coattails
my
of an
dear
old
boy.
scientist.
No.
Yes.
You've been very helpful.
Come on now. What did I even do?
It was you who thought to use a metal filament connected with wires.
All right.
I was just going to take a human ear and connect it with wires,
This is
hoping that would work.
This is why we work so well together.
But
Because
you-
I say keep the body parts out of it. Let's do science.
Well, that is science.
I guess.
What do you mean?
Well, let's be practical here. We can't. Where are we going to be getting all these human ears?
from people that die.
Well, where are you getting those from?
What do you mean?
Where are you getting dead people? How are you getting access to dead people?
Well, you go to the morgue and you go, any unclaimed? And then they go, yeah. And then you go, do you mind? And they go, happy to be rid of them.
It's just that easy?
It's that easy.
Well, then, why did you let me introduce the metal filament? Why didn't we just stick... Well, I guess I have a moral issue with the
Oh,
humor.
for me it was the size. And I wouldn't know how to use with the metal filament. You so easily put a little cap or a dome on top. But with an ear, I didn't know what to do.
I would say aesthetically the metal filament is superior. Certainly.
Aesthetically, sure. But nothing compares to the hearing quality of a human ear except a dog's ear.
Would you prefer a dog's ear over a human ear?
I think it would be better.
Oh, I guess
They
I
hear
suppose
better than humans.
I don't know about that.
So if we built the mouth
Well,
noise
sir.
capturing device out of a dog's ear, then it would function even better.
Right. Well, we could try it.
Still,
I don't even know if
I
this
think
is
you're
working.
right that this
That's
is,
the thing.
We don't. We won't find out for, I don't know, how long did it
How
take
long-
us to invent this?
14 years.
14 years, that's right. So we'll have to see how long it takes to invent the device, the mouth sound playback
Back.
device.
I actually like that name. That sounds good.
That what you like?
That one.
Well, then
that
we
one's
have to
catchier.
keep the other one.
No.
We can't, then it won't make any sense.
Listen, let me ask you something. Since you even introduced that name, do you even remember it? That's right, you don't, because it's
a
not
mouth
catchy.
sound capture device.
If we could play this audio back to us, maybe we could see, but we can't. So now I don't know.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. You can't.
No, people know. People know. People don't know.
Some people
I
know.
know.
Wealthy people know. People that get birthed in hospitals.
I'm
I
24
suppose.
years old, 11 days, and 14 hours.
24 years old.
Yes.
Well, you're lucky you've made it this far.
Don't you remember when we first started making this invention? I was 10 years old. I was just a boy.
Yes. You would hand me screws and screwdrivers, soldering irons.
I
And
remember
the like.
fondly. I remember fondly.
Yes, remember when we made that wire out of old coat hangers, and we would bend them and then strip them, cut them into strips.
That's right.
Oh,
Those were the good old
I'm
days.
still sorry about that time you got electrocuted.
Well, my right hand doesn't work anymore, but
Right, but it was all worth it. We have this machine that may or may not work.
yeah, I guess it was all worth it. You know,
Yes, yes.
my everyday life
It
hasn't been
was
horribly
worth it.
affected
Yes.
by what you do. At first, and I might as well hop on board. I mean, it's 10 bales of hay. 10 bales of hay. Are you
10
listening to me?
bales?
Yes.
Yes, I'm listening.
You're just fidgeting around with our new.
I was fixing it.
I don't. How will you even know if it's fixed? Listen,
Well,
I
I
said 10
know if
bales
it
of
looks
hay.
okay. A wire fell out of the mouth sound
I
capturing
was
device.
trying to tell a story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I'm purchasing 10 bales of hay from Chester.
Yes.
He is being a dick about it.
Oh my gosh. A total dick.
40 dumplings.
40 dumplings? Like chicken dumplings?
That's the exchange we have going on right now.
40? That's quite a bit. How much chicken is in 40 chicken dumplings?
40 chickens. You should see the
You
dumplings.
use
I
a
make.
whole chicken in each dumpling?
What do you do?
I use a tiny bit of chicken in each dumpling.
Oh, this is just your generation. This is
No, it's delicious. It's a mouthful of noodle and chicken in
Mine
one
is
bite.
not about taste, it's about sustenance. You stick the whole
Well,
dumpling.
then why make a dumpling at all? Why not just cook a chicken?
Aesthetic. It would look better.
Aesthetic?
Yes, a large
Of a
dumpling.
giant chicken.
Yes.
Of a chicken-shaped size noodle pocket? That's disgusting.
Well, it's the noodle pocket that
Is
makes it
it
appealing.
bone? Is there bone in it?
Oh, yeah.
You have bone in
course.
a noodle?
Yes. And
Oh, this
thi-
is disgusting.
these are very
This is
valuable.
terrible.
These are very valuable dumplings.
And then you put it in a giant vat of soup.
Sometimes, if I'm feeling
How
crazy.
big is this bowl of soup in which you can
It's a
house a whole
cauldron.
chicken?
It's a cauldron.
A cauldron? What
Yes.
are you, a witch? A
Oh,
warlock?
Don't make it about this. You and your superstitions.
Are you a warlock?
No!
Well, I have none of that in my workshop.
Your laboratory?
It's really more of a workshop.
I guess it's more rustic than a laboratory.
And it has tools and a table
Mostly tools.
in which I work on things. Even electricians call their work areas workshops.
They don't call them laboratories.
Absolutely not. That's
Wow.
reserved for the sciences, my
You
dear
claim
boy.
you're a scientist.
Well, yes, but I mean like the hard scientists, not the inventors and the like.
Oh. You invented something.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I understand. I can get on board with this. I'm sorry, I'm still learning.
It's all right.
Listen, Chester is selling me 10 bales of hay for 40 chicken dumplings,
Yes.
and he won't budge on
40
it.
whole chicken. That's not
40?
worth it.
No, the chickens are more
Keep the
expensive than the bales of
chickens.
hay. What?
Keep the chickens, trade them to someone else for something else that he wants, and then trade that thing to him for the hay.
What do you think?
Simple
Chester, What do you think
economics.
Chester likes? What does he like?
Did you not study this?
When I
You're
went off-
24 years old.
I haven't gone off to school yet. I'm your apprentice.
Yes, but you should have learned about basic business acumen.
I don't know. I sometimes tune out when you start to talk about it.
Me?
Yes.
Your father never spoke of business acumen? Your headmaster? Your various instructors?
My father's been dead for 17 years.
No, I'm so sorry.
You didn't know this? We've been friends for 14 years.
I never mentioned your father before
I
this
guess
moment
not.
today in
I
all
guess
14
not.
years.
Huh.
I just, it makes sense now, you coming to me and looking to me all wide-eyed and impressionable, and me, treating you very poorly, and yet you coming back day after day.
Day after day. And
In
I'm even
need of a
starting to take
father
on your
figure.
voice.
Well, now I feel as though I've taken advantage of you in some way.
Oh,
So-
come now. We've done great work.
Yes, but your left arm is completely useless.
My right hand.
Your right hand.
My right hand.
You
You didn't know my father was dead. You
I
don't
didn't know your father was
This
dead.
is see.
Yeah,
This
but
is
I
the
was
thing
involved
about
in
the
the hand
electrocution.
thing. I
The
should remember that.
electrocution. That stuck with me.
That did. Well, yes, your right hand still does not work.
I meant mentally.
Ooh. Well, it's not like a man to talk about his emotions. So we
Yes,
must
you're right.
keep that to ourselves.
You're right.
We don't want Jesus to hear,
That's true. I don't want Jesus to hear my emotions.
You might think you're
What?
some sort of pansy.
I suppose.
Yes.
I suppose.
That's why what I do is I have one blanket that has been imbued with a demon. And I put it, yes, this is what I do.
Continue.
And I feel as though God cannot see through this blanket because it's been imbued with the demon. So I cover myself in it and I cry. I weep for hours. I bring a mirror under the blanket and a candle. And I light the candle and I stare into the mirror and I weep. And I stare at my own eyes. I make eye contact with myself and I weep. And
Your
weep.
eyes open?
Yes.
Do you recommend this?
No.
Why not?
No, I do not.
Why not? It sounds nice. How did you get this blanket imbued by a demon, anyways? That's what I would like to know. Where are you imbued?
My last apprentice was a warlock. That's why
this is why.
That's why I don't like them.
How old are you? I'm dying to know. How many? Here, we'll
I don't
recontextualize it.
know.
We'll recontextualize it.
Okay.
How many apprentices have you had?
Ooh, 6.
6. It's so many.
Well, you've lasted the longest.
Okay, I suppose.
14
Am I
years.
the
is-
longest?
Oh, yes.
Whatever. Well, am I your favorite?
Of all 6.
Yes.
I mean, you're up there.
Not number one.
You're in the top 3.
That's it. That's the top half,
Yes, that's good.
the 50th percentile.
Right.
That's not great. That's pretty weak.
Well, you're number 3.
Oh, who's ahead of me?
Oh,
Do I know them?
I
suppose I might.
Well,
It's a very small village.
yes, but one of them went far away to practice the trade.
Oh.
It was Michael Dukovich. You might know his family, but
I know the Duke of each.
the Dukovich, yes. Oh, he was wonderful. Every day he would bring me a platter of biscuits
Oh,
and jams that his mother made, and
wow.
it was
suppose that is-
so good. And on Thanksgiving, he brought me a whole turkey. On Christmas, he brought me a whole ham and a gift. And his gift was always very thoughtful.
Well, would you like a chicken dumpling?
No, I already told you that sounds disgusting.
This is all I
A
have to
whole
offer.
chicken covered in dumpling. You wonder if you're my favorite. And then my favorite, he was second.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've fully accepted third. If the person above me was bringing you food, I was
Oh, he was wonderful. Was my favorite.
yes, your favorite.
Oh, Gregory Perkins.
Oh, Gregory Perkins.
Yes, I had sex with his mother.
The preacher's wife.
Yes.
Dear God, everyone knows Gregory Perkins. This is a huge scandal.
Yes, I had sex with his mother. Best you not tell anyone about that, my dear boy,
I
okay?
suppose I won't.
All right. Well, now I kind of hope we don't. Now I kind of hope we don't ever invent a way to play this back.
I suppose if this were to be reproduced in some fashion, it could be detrimental to your career.
Yes, well, maybe not. I mean, another 14 years could go by. I could fix everything in the next 14 years.
I suppose. Yes. Well, do you suppose it'll take us 14 years to invent the
No, we
the
already invented the
mouth
tape.
sound playback device? Was it? Yes, I believe it
Yes,
was.
that's absolutely correct.
I'm on board.
Good
I'm on
job.
board.
Good
with
job.
it. I'm on board.
No, I suppose not, because it took us this long to invent the mouth sound capturing device, as well
Right.
as the spoolies.
The spoolies. See, the spoolies are catchy. That's a catchy.
You know, I don't like it when you make it sound silly.
I wasn't trying to make it sound silly. I was excited about
It's a
it.
serious invention.
marketable.
to help mankind,
Sure.
and to also try to capture the sounds of death.
I suppose I don't know what you mean by that.
I wish to record people dying, to see if I can pick up any sounds of the spirit exiting the body.
So I'm not allowed to be a warlock, but you want to listen to people die to hear
You're
the
allowed to
souls?
do whatever you want, but if you're a warlock, I'd rather you not be my apprentice.
Wow.
I've been down that road, like I said.
That's right. Well, I have many questions. One,
Yes, I will field all of them.
why was Gregory your favorite apprentice?
I slept with his
That's
mother.
why he was your favorite?
Yes.
Ah, that's controversial. What grounds?
What do
You
you
like his
mean?
mother. You don't like Gregory. You can name one good thing about Gregory.
What are people but what they give you?
Gregory Perkins gave you his mother?
Well, I mean, access.
I suppose. She would like pick him up from school. It was like one of those. She's picking him up in the carriage, and you guys make eye contact, and she kind of tufts her hair, and you give her a wink.
Well, at first she would pick him up, and then I would walk him home, and the father was usually not there, and sometimes I would invite myself in, and then over a course of many months, I seduced her, and then bed her in a fashion that was quite disappointing to her, at which point I had to sever my ties with the family completely.
Sure. So this only happened once. You almost boasted about it, but clearly this was
I
not
am
a try-
boasting about it. It was quite an achievement.
I suppose this
Have
is...
you
this-
seen Mrs. Perkins?
not in many years, no.
Oh my lord, she's a beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman?
Well, she was back then.
Oh. I would ask you how long ago this was, but you seem to have no frame of reference in terms of time.
I don't keep a calendar, if that's what you're asking.
That's kind of, but not.
Yeah, what's to keep?
What was the Warlock apprentice
But
like?
my appointments. What?
What was your Warlock apprentice like?
Oh, he was wonderful at first, making me all sorts of inventions and enchanted objects.
You just want an apprentice that makes you and gives you things. This is not about me. This is about
You're
what
lucky
you get.
you're third.
Yeah, what
The
do I?
Warlock's not third. He could be third.
What do I? The theme here is what they give you, what they offer you. What do you get from me?
You're very diligent.
Oh, come now. Do you mean that? It's You're not trying to just get something from me.
Yes, I mean that.
What?
Yes, I mean that.
You mean that?
Yes.
I thought you were just saying I'm. a
You're
good
the only
worker.
apprentice that hasn't given me any gifts, and you're still third. So you
That's
can
what I'm
you
saying.
can silence your accusations, my dear boy, because there are 3 people who gave me bountifuls of gifts and accoutrements, and yet they are beneath you.
Who's number 6?
Who's number 6?
Yes.
Ugh. Phil Doyle is number
Phil
6.
Doyle.
Phil Doyle.
Oh, I think I know of him. The
Yes.
smelly one.
He was my apprentice for 1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
I can
And then I told him never to return. And then if I saw him on my property, I would slice his face off with a single piece of metal.
What did he do to deserve that?
Ugh. Everything about him was wrong.
Phil Doyle smells awful. I remember that, but
Well, I
that's
can't
all-
smell. I don't know anything about
You can smell?
No.
They're down here somewhere. I suppose. Oh, here they are. My cufflinks. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump into the table. I hope that didn't.
Yes, it did. It did mess it up.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, I generally am more careful than this, but today's been a rough one. I have many cufflinks.
I've never seen a shirt with so many cufflinkles.
I can't believe all of them fell out at once.
Well, maybe it was the chain reaction.
I believe it was a domino effect. Do you believe in communism?
Do I believe in communism?
Do you believe in it?
Well, it's a very new idea. And
Right.
I've read this book written by that fellow Karl Marx there.
Ah, yes.
I read the book, and here's my problem with it:
What's it?
is he wants a world where there's what does he call it? Racial equality,
Yes.
gender equality,
Ah,
and no impoverished children.
right.
I
sounds
don't
wonderful.
want to live in that world.
What? Why not?
I benefit from all those things.
I suppose.
If I
You see-
couldn't discriminate against those people, how would I maintain my grip on my wealth and my assets and belongings? You're but 24.
But
Pretty
it could be
soon
so
you will
good.
learn
It could
that-
be so good for the world.
For the world.
For the
Who-
world, for everyone.
Whose world?
Everyone's world.
Listen, do you think we could have invented this device if we could not have bought the metal so cheaply and affordably because it is mined by people that are paid well beneath their needs? You see, it's
I
the
suppose.
exploitative ventures allow us to invent. You see, and so
Right.
it's the way I see it. I make trinkets that may or may not work. And that's worth human suffering.
It just doesn't seem like a
frankly,
fair trade-off.
no, listen, damn it.
Okay.
You're beginning to sound like a goddamn Satanist. God has chosen us. He marked
Who's
us.
us?
Us white Anglo-Saxon Protestant males.
Ah,
He has marked us, you see,
yes.
and he has chosen us for greatness. And that's why we get to, make the others do our work for us.
Right. I don't know how
And then
aboard
we
I am.
prosper. We
You
prosper because we are chosen.
I see.
What, you have not prospered?
I have prospered, but
You went
I'm
to the
reflecting on
academy.
it and feeling remorseful. I feel some sort of
What are
guilt.
they teaching at the academy these days? My
They
God.
tell me to feel guilty.
They
for
tell you
everything.
to feel guilty?
Yes.
Why, in my day, we would paint ourselves crushing the skulls of those beneath us.
You would paint yourselves crushing your skull. You were learning how to paint? You're an artist?
Everyone learned how to paint and compose music and write literature and act in theater. We are all well-cultured and educated people.
Where are these paintings?
I burned them.
You burned them?
Yes.
Were they not lovely?
It had to do with that warlock, you see.
Oh, goodness.
He had cursed my paintings so that they would come alive at night and invade my dreams.
Oh, my.
So I had to burn them.
Your dreams were invaded by your paintings.
By all my paintings.
What was the worst? Well, are some of them good? I would assume that sometimes, like, I don't know what you painted. Apparently, it's pretty demonic. Also,
demonic?
well, you called
What
me a
is
Satan.
demonic about capitalist gain, my
You
dear
called me
boy?
a Satanist, but
Nothing
you
is more
paint yourself
Christian.
crushing skulls.
Symbolically, through the power of trade and copyright, patent law.
Sure.
This is how I crush skulls and thrive as a capitalist.
Symbolic skulls.
Yes.
That's still a pretty satanic. It's a demonic.
It's not
paint-
satanic, nor is it demonic. Satanic and demonic would be paintings of everyone holding hands.
And also,
and these children getting fed.
you even said before that music is the devil.
Of course, music is the devil.
I also said that, but I don't mind the devil so much. But you made music in theater.
We made theater, of course.
Did you make music?
Yes, we composed music.
That's right. So you are the devil.
Godly music. We composed.
Oh. You composed godly music.
Yes, of course. There was always a minister in the room.
Always a minister in the room.
Whenever we composed the music, to make sure anytime that drummer, the percussion section got a little too lively there, the minister would say, "Knock it off, boys.
I say let the percussionist be live. Let him do
Let
what he
the
wants.
percussionist be lively."
Let him do what he wants.
No, man.
He's a man. He's
This
but a
is-
man.
This is why I quit the band and joined the quartet. No percussion whatsoever. I could not stand any percussion. It is disgusting. That is why the devil creeps into the music, is with the percussion. And these days, I feel that every marching band has percussion. Every symphony there's percussion. There's no percussionless music anymore. It's all satanic
Let me get
garbage
this
and
straight.
filth.
You frequent the morgue. You take ears from humans and dogs.
I take ears from humans nobody wants. These are whores and miscreants and beggars.
You
and
want to use
deviants and
human ears
scoundrels.
to capture the sound of humans dying and the sound of the
Yes.
soul escaping the body.
Yes, for Christian purposes.
What good is it? What is it go? What will you do with that?
Because what if, listen to me, what if the soul emits a sound that we can't hear, but that our mouth sound capture devices can, you see, and then they can capture it, and then maybe they'll hear a soul leaving a body and saying, "Oh, yay, yay, I love it so much too." And then we'll know that soul has gone to heaven and that person is good. Or we'll hear the soul going, "Oh no, oh my God, what's happening now?" And then we'll know that soul went to hell, you see. And then we can understand if our interpretations of the Bible are correct. And of course they're correct. It will confirm every single one that we already hold dear as, because we are Church of England style Protestants.
You sound insecure to me.
What are you talking about?
You are trying to get an ego trip out of
Insecure.
knowing. You probably want to have your family and friends and your enemies around so you can find out if they went to heaven or if they went to hell.
Yes, of course.
Why?
And everyone. Listen, what are you, what do you think this is, the Renaissance?
I'm just
Questioning everything.
things. Oh.
This is what's wrong with your generation. You think intellectualism is all about questioning things and breaking them down. Well, it is not so, my dear boy. Intellectualism is about learning root facts and behavior.
Sometimes I just second guess the things that you teach me. For all I know, you are the devil. My God.
Don't you talk to me that way, accuse me of being the devil. You know I'm a Christian man, and that everything I do is with Christian intent. I go to church every Sunday. And
your eyes are always rolled back in your head.
What, when I'm at
and you're
church?
flailing around. Yes! Everyone's watching.
Spirit of the Holy Ghost is inside me, and he's dancing around. That's all.
That's all?
Yes, there's something strange. Well, and sometimes I'm having a seizure.
Whoa. Are you all right?
Well, I have epilepsy.
If I take this holy water that you have here on the mantle,
Yes.
say I were to dump this on you.
Yes.
I'm going to do it.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm
Oh.
wet,
Sorry.
thanks to you.
I thought
You
really
think if I
expected
was a
something
demonic
bigger.
being, I would keep a basin of holy water in my workshop? No, I dip every electrical part in it before I use it because to get the demonic beings out. And I know it works because when I turn it on, it sparks. And that's all the demons burning up and going straight to hell.
I see. Okay, I understand your logic there. I'm back on board.
Yes.
But I'm still going to question you.
No.
I will.
Take everything I say as absolute fact.
I'd really rather not.
Well, then you're foolish.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I've disappointed you and if I've moved down in the rankings.
I was going to let you name the tape device.
You already... Oh, I see. Well...
I named the tape.
Well, I liked spoolies.
The spoolies, that's just the spools that the tape goes on. There's the device that spins it.
I see. The whole
It
device.
spins the
I still like
spoolies.
spoolies. I thought that was the most prominent feature, so you call it as you see it.
Well, then
a
what do we
spoolie.
call what the tape goes on?
Call what the tape goes on.
Yes, the tape goes around. I call it a spoolie, like my mother's thread spools.
Let's call them rickety wheels.
Rickety wheels, and then the device that spins is called the spoolies, even though that's not the spool. The spools are the rickety wheels.
Oh, I just really like the phrase spoolie.
Yes.
I was just bluffing with rickety wheels. I like
Rickety.
spoolies. I want everything on it to be called a spoolie.
Well, we can't call both things a spoolie.
We can
What
call
would
all
we
of the
say?
things the
We would
spoolie.
say get the spoolies to put on the spoolie. It's ridiculous. Fine, I'll name it.
Okay.
I think we'll call it double rod and circular platform turning device complete with rod and circular platforms.
All right, I like it.
I just realized something.
What's that?
I have no way of turning it off.
We could break it. Whoa, why would I even
No!
suggest that?
Why would
I
you
don't,
suggest that?
I'm questioning myself.
I've turned it. We can just hope it's been breaking randomly.
Has it?
Perhaps one of those times that it breaks, we can't possibly get it back on.
Well, I don't know if that's a very practical choice. I don't think that's going. My watch, and then you started talking over
How are
me.
we going to know what time it is if you don't look at your watch?
'Cause
I don't have a watch.
I don't even want to know. I'm having too much fun.
You're having fun.
Yes. Because when you look at the watch and you see the time, suddenly you put everything's in this frame, and you're like, oh well, I need to be home in 30 minutes, so I don't treat my time with you the same.
I see. It's interesting.
I think I have problems.
That doesn't sound like a problem. I
It is
don't
a
keep
problem.
a calendar, nor do I have a watch.
And you seem much happier than me.
Do I?
You seem very grounded.
I am grounded.
You're very
But that's
grounded.
not because of my treatment of the passage of time. It is because of my relationship with my dear Lord Jesus Christ.
You are my role model.
Jesus Christ should be your role model. You kids these days, you're going to ruin the world.
I like you more than Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Using his name in
Worse.
vain. You don't care now all that much.
Oh, it's not in vain. This is a serious matter.
Dang it. I respect you more than Jesus.
That's terrible. You need to read the Bible more.
I
Have
haven't
you
even
not
read
been
it
going
once.
to church? You're 24. Did you stop going to
I
church?
stopped going to church.
You still live with your parents?
Yes. Well, my mother.
Oh, right. Your father's dead. I forgot again.
That's right. And Jerry.
And your mother doesn't take Jerry?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I was... All right. So, your mother doesn't take you to church?
She goes to church, but
And you don't go
I
with her?
swap
What's
myself
wrong with
out
you?
with a straw scarecrow of myself.
A
and
straw scarecrow.
she takes that
straw
instead.
Scarecrow. Is your mother a buffoon?
Yes,
Oh. Well,
but Jerry's not.
Jerry's not.
Jerry
Well, he
thinks
doesn't
I'm
tell her that that's a straw man and she looks like a idiot in front of everyone.
No, he wants to bring chaos into my home.
He wishes to bring chaos.
He's an evil man. I have trust issues because of it.
Is he a warlock?
He might be.
He might be a warlock.
He might be.
Well, if he is, you should be careful. Because warlocks will bring you great things. Make your life an utter joy.
I never got to ask what happened in your dreams.
What do you mean? Oh, the paintings would come to life. So, like the corpses of, those beneath me would rise from the dead and start consuming me at the foot.
This is in your dream. This was happening.
Yes.
You probably have unlocked. It's probably that damn demon in your blanket. It's no warlock.
I don't sleep under that blanket.
Yeah, but you spend all your emotional moments with it.
It's only once every 3 months.
That's it?
That's it.
I don't know.
A 16-hour stretch once every 3 months.
That's a long time. That is a big helping of demonic forces.
No, Poppycock. It's just so God doesn't see me.
For a
Because
little
God
bit.
doesn't want to see men cry.
Apparently not. And that's why I respect you more than I respect Jesus.
Jesus didn't cry. Don't listen to those Catholics with their crosses, with the tears on them. That's poppycock. Jesus was a strong man. They put him on the cross, and he smiled and winked at them.
That's what happened?
That's what he did. And he said, "Got another nail, boys?" He was a
didn't know
tough
that.
son of a bitch.
I suppose so, but you've winked in the face of evil. You winked at shit, I can't remember his name. Never mind. You've been a dangerous man. You've lived an adventurous life. Why aren't you on the same wavelength as Jesus? Same level.
No one is. He's God. He's like a third of God or something.
You interact with warlocks.
I didn't. Well, yes.
You have a lot of
I
supernatural
did interact.
history.
I don't
That's all I'm
currently
pointing out.
interact with a warlock.
That's all I'm pointing out. Is you have a lot of supernatural history.
Okay.
Do you think we could get a warlock to invent what was it again?
The mouth sound capsule device and the double rod and circular platform turning device, complete with rod and circular platforms.
That's right. Do you think we could get a warlock to invent that? That could work.
Yes.
If we got a warlock over here, we could maybe
He
get
could-
this to
he could
work.
s-
We could get this.
He could warp time and make it so he and
Thank you for listening to the first ever episode of audio-based content. You can catch my guest, Mick Khoury, May 12th at Third Coast Comedy Club in a brand new sketch comedy show from the group Average Sized Men featuring Mick Khoury, Clark Davis, and Greg Manning. Starting in June, you can catch me Thursdays at 6 p.m. at Third Coast Comedy Club in the Third Coast Lab. I made a comic book titled Bad Day for Melvin. It's available on Etsy. My Etsy shop is under AARONZVIFELDER. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast, and thanks for listening.